for this thing. All you bitches best to know my name. Nobody you hoes, I'm coming from South Park. Catch you at the dark, I'ma spit your fucking chest apart. Follow for this thing. All you bitches best to know my name. Nobody you hoes, I'm coming from South Park. Catch you at the dark, I'ma spit your fucking chest apart. Follow for this thing. All you bitches best to know my name. Nobody you hoes, I'm coming from South Park. Catch you at the dark, I'ma spit your fucking chest apart. Follow for this thing. All you bitches best to know my name. Nobody you hoes, I'm coming from South Park. Catch you at the dark, I'ma spit your fucking chest apart. Follow you. thing. All you bitches best to know my name. Nobody you hoes, I'm coming from South Park. Catch you after dark, I'ma spit your fucking chest apart. Follow you.
Here's a little history for you. Gun control in America is rooted in racism. That's right. The modern gun control movement is just today's version of the exact policies used to keep firearms out of the hands of freed slaves after the Civil War. Like we showed you last episode, gun control doesn't harm the powerful, connected, protected people who push for it. It's always been about controlling a segment of the population. And what better way to maintain dominance over an ethnic group than to ensure they're disarmed? Don't believe me? Keep watching.
Gun control has absolutely nothing to do ideologically with the control of firearms. If you do even a most cursory look at history between guns and gun ownership, you will find that without question, gun laws were created to restrict gun ownership from certain classes of people.
Long before the revolution, long before the drafting of the Second Amendment, laws were passed in the various colonies in what is now the United States to take away guns from minorities.
The first gun control laws in America start in 1620 in Virginia, when the legislature enacts a law saying don't let black people have guns. And that's been sort of the key theme of American gun control for centuries ever after.
In the famous Dred Scott opinion, Justice Taney makes it clear that one of the reasons blacks should not be treated as equal citizens is that if they are, they will enjoy the right to keep and bear arms wheresoever they go.
It wasn't that they said the Second Amendment doesn't apply to these people. It was they're not considered people. Because if they're considered people, they would have the right to own firearms.
Even though the slaves were freed by the 13th Amendment, some states still prohibited black people from being armed.
And so you get a whole spate of state-level laws, either explicitly barring African Americans from enjoying their civil rights, or doing so cleverly. For example, by restricting what guns are available, maybe to those who served in the Confederate Army. Well, we all know who served in the Confederate Army and who didn't. You do the math.
It was designed as a tool, in the words that they used, to prevent any reprisals against former slave owners.
You know, America's first domestic terrorist organization was the Ku Klux Klan.
And individuals who were probably local government officials who would ride on horses throughout the black community to discourage people from not only owning firearms, but from also engaging in other civic duties such as voting.
I can't think of anything more simplistic than the idea of how do you terrorize a group of people who are armed? You really can't. So what do? You do everything in your power to disarm them in every way.
If you read Ida B. Wells in the 1890s, she makes it very clear that the men who got away from the lynch mobs were the men who were armed. And in fact, she says that a Winchester rifle should hang in pride of place in any Afro-American home.
You can't lynch people who are armed. You can't burn crosses in the yards of people who are armed. So they really worked hard to make sure that blacks who were free couldn't buy and own firearms, because then they could defend themselves.
It's underreported, but we all know Rosa Parks for her bravery on the bus. But Rosa Parks used to sit on her porch with her grandfather with a shotgun in her hands in case the Klan came onto her property and attempted to kill her and her family purely because they were black.
Our history is that we have always utilized and exercised our right to bear arms because it's been life or death.
So the 14th Amendment came along after the 13th and said, these rights belong to everybody. And you can't do this on the basis of, well, we got a state law that says you can't arm newly freed slaves.
When a criminal starts misusing me, I am going to use whatever is necessary to get that criminal off my back.
What is there to prevent a group such as the Black Panthers from walking right into the governor's office?
As of today, very little. We hope to improve that situation in the next couple of days.
All the way up until the 1968 gun law, you have basically attempts to disarm black people.
The 1968 Gun Control Act is an attempt to stop poor people from buying guns, poor people who were disproportionately black.
So you have these laws that were written in a race-neutral way, but were in fact aimed only at black people and enforced only against black people.
You have no right to take my gun away from me. You don't know the Constitution, right?
Sure we do. We're well aware of the Constitution.
Well, the so-called Saturday night special bans, these firearms, although they did not have fine workmanship and that they were inexpensive, they were still available to be used to defend yourself and to defend your home. And one of the most interesting things about these laws that were put on the books to discriminate against black people is that these are the common anti-gun laws that politicians this very day in the year 2016 try to adopt and to prevent certain people from owning a firearm.
Persons wishing to purchase ammunition first acquire a permit, then pass an extensive background check.
And it requires gun owners to present themselves to police for a background check, photographing, and fingerprinting.
So, yeah, I think there's a racist component in the existing gun control movement, but they don't say that openly because you can't say things like that.
And so the more that people in my community have heard about our history and know about our history, the more that gun control has been shown and proven to be racist policies that have continued to keep people in our community down.
I don't by any stretch of the imagination believe that gun control has kept the black community safe. And the reason why I don't believe that is the same reason why I don't think gun control has kept the white community safe. It just doesn't keep anyone safe. If I'm a single parent mother and I can't afford a car, I have to take the bus. Not only that, I have to work 2 jobs, so I'm coming home late at night, 2, 3 o'clock in the morning by myself. I'm getting paid in cash. People know I'm getting paid in cash. So now I have to get on the bus and then have to get off the bus at 2 or 3 o'clock in the morning and then walk home in a bad, shitty neighborhood, knowing that people know that I have cash on me? Come on, man.
There's a reason why in Chicago now we're seeing a record number of minorities inside the most violent neighborhoods applying for their concealed carry permits to finally try and put an end to criminals running their streets.
Why would you limit someone's ability to protect themselves in that environment? I just don't get it.
In 2010, when the Second Amendment was finally incorporated to the states, as was the intention of the 14th Amendment in the mid-1860s, it was a black man, Otis McDonald, who brought the case.
There were so many people in the city, so many people in the state that's being victimized by gun laws that only apply to the law-abiding citizens. How can that be right? It can't be right.
a great guy. I consider him one of my personal heroes. You know, someone who lived in an urban environment. In his case, we're talking about the city of Chicago. You know, he's been there for a while and was a fixture. And he just realized that it was not safe.
McDonald says his neighborhood has changed, more crime. He's been broken into 3 times, and he's long since concluded that the gun ban is a bust.
The gangbangers and drug dealers were taking over my neighborhood. They were taking over me, literally, and I was being threatened.
I live in a bad environment. I want a gun to protect myself. But the laws in this place won't let me do that.
And he had to fight Lisa Madigan and everybody else in Chicago for that right to do it. He's a civil rights hero, and he gets none of the accolades for being such.
Like, we had to go to court for that. Like, we had to go to the Supreme Court to let somebody own a gun in their own house to protect themselves because they live in a bad environment. That had to go all the way to the Supreme Court. Where in the world does that make any sense?
The racist roots of gun control have been so well hidden by the mass media and public education system that you've probably never heard any of that before. But it's the truth. The tender-hearted do-gooders of the contemporary movement are still serving that same racist end. This isn't a minor, uncomfortable truth about American gun control. It's the one fact that discredits the movement entirely.
Hotep, especially when the Hotep got the goddess mask off. He's working his ass off, trying to tell y'all goofy dudes what they planning. It's Hotep, Hotep. Hope you motherfuckers understand. It's Hotep, Hotep. Hope you motherfuckers understand. No threat to our Hotep, especially when the Hotep got the goddess mask off. He's working his ass off, trying to tell y'all goofy dudes what they planning. It's Hotep, Hotep. Hope you motherfuckers understand. It's Hotep, Hotep. Hope you motherfuckers understand.
What's going on, everybody? What's going on? Happy Monday. Happy Monday. Oh, man. Welcome to Cannon Speaks. I am Cannon Hotep. Give yourselves a round of applause because you could be anywhere right now, but you're hanging out with me, and I really do appreciate it. If you're new, hit the like, hit the subscribe button, hit the notification icon. It'll let you know when I got new content coming out. Please share this stream. Let people know we live. You're catching a replay. Leave a comment. Let me know how I'm doing. I can use that constructive criticism, guys. So the video that you guys heard in the beginning, that was the video you watched. That video came out about almost 7 or 8 years ago from it, you know, of all people, the NRA. It came up, what's going on, Brandon Looney Tunes fan? It came up from the NRA, right? And they was exposing some stuff back in the day. It's back when they had Coleon Noir on there and stuff like that, and people like Dana Lash on their side, stuff like that. I don't know where the heck they are as far as Dexter Taylor is concerned. Now, I do know that the NRA is it's a gun rights organization, but it's also like the AAA of gun owners. You know what I mean? You join and become a member. I don't know if Dexter Taylor was a member, but I don't know if it should matter. You know, that was a high profile case that they tried to keep away from everybody, to sweep under the rug. See, the thing is, right, this is what I don't like. We'll get out here, right? And we'll fan on because it's about to get hot in here. We'll get out here. We'll go out here and start marching for people don't even deserve to be marched for, right? Get here, march around, act the fool. All these people that don't need to be marched for. Meanwhile, Dexter Taylor got sentenced to 10 years, y'all. 10 years, right? For quote unquote manufacturing firearms. Now, see, when you hear, oh, he manufactured firearms, to the layman, it's like, oh my gosh, he's a gun trafficker or something like that, right? It's not the case. It's not the case, yo. Make this a little bigger. Shout out to Jeff Charles, man. Sentenced to 10 years, yo. This is Dexter Taylor right here. You know what Dexter Taylor did? He did what we all like to do in the gun community. We like to build guns. We like to go buy kits and build our rifles and build our handguns and stuff like that. And you know why we do it? Because it's fun. It's fun. We're gun aficionados, I guess, if you want to call us that. You know what I mean? We like our guns. We like to collect guns, right? Not only that, people are like, but he was building them. So what? So what? We got the Second Amendment, right to keep and bear arms. Shall not be infringed. They don't just go for registered firearms. All law-abiding citizens should be able to carry a firearm, period, full stop, or have whatever firearm they feel like they want to have. Not to mention, what they don't tell you is that the ATF had a law that said you can construct and manufacture your own firearm as long as you don't intend to sell it. So all those the polymer 80s and stuff that was out there in the streets, people was building them up and stuff like that. The law-abiding citizens was just building them for them. It was a cool way to customize your Glock 17, your Glock 19, your Glock 26, your Glock 20. You know what I mean? It was just a cool way to Gucci up a Glock. Now, did you have your criminal element out here using it for something else? Yeah, you did. But guess what? That's against the law according to the ATF. If you buy these guns to manufacture them, right? Or to, I mean, not to manufacture, but to sell them, then you breaking the law. The only way you can sell one is to take it into the gun store, or actually taking it to the state police first, or whoever your law enforcement is for guns, registering that said gun that you built, and then selling it through a FFL. That's the legal way of doing it. But see, that's not what Dexter Taylor was doing. He wasn't out here selling firearms to people. He was just doing it for the love of it. He was just doing it for the love of it. But they go down there, they crack down on this black man. They crack down on this black man, IT professional if I'm not mistaken. Haul him off to the Hooskow, sentence him to 10 years in New York. Of course it's New York, right? Let me tell you about New York, right? I learned this a while back. Me and my brothers, we went hunting, right? We went hunting back in the day. We went hog hunting. No cars, went slow. We around a bonfire after the hunt over. We talking to some people. The guy from New York was like, yo, my state crazy. He said, if you ever have a layover in New York, or you ever got to drive through New York, avoid it at all costs. If you got a layover in New York, leave your guns with the airline. Don't get your bags. Because if you do, you're now in possession of an illegal firearm in New York. And why would you be in possession of a legal firearm in New York? Because almost every firearm in New York is illegal. Every firearm from a shotgun to a revolver got to have a license behind it. It's got to be on your little card. The guy showed me his card. His card had every gun that he owned on the back of the card. If you just passing through, you can go to jail like my man Dexter Taylor right here. These draconian gun laws, yo, they're unconstitutional. And they locking up good law-abiding citizens like this gentleman you see here on my screen. But no, we want to be out here marching for Pookie and them who got shot running from the police and shooting and all this other stuff. That's what we want to march for. We not even in the street protesting the Air Force officer who got shot. I said that was a bad shoot. Nah, this is righteous right here. This would be a righteous protest. I ain't saying go ahead looting and breaking into shit. But this would be a righteous protest for this gentleman. $10 years. 10 years. for something arbitrary. You know why? Because that's what they want to do. They think that all of these gun laws they making, and matter of fact, I'm done thinking that. They know that criminals ain't following these gun laws. They know these criminals ain't following these gun laws. They know it.
Ladies and gentlemen, can I please have your attention? I've just been handed an urgent...
You know, the only people following is law-abiding citizens. That's how you know there's an agenda out here to disarm the population. They're using the criminals as the scapegoat. They're using the criminals as the reason, as the justification. Why do you think most of us, quote unquote, conspiracy theorists don't trust all of these shootings that happen? It's always interesting that it's always an election year when they go down, or there's some gun control law on the books, or there might be some gun liberation law on the books. Did y'all know that the Vegas shooting right before that Sunday before it happened, national reciprocity was on the docket to be passed in Congress that Wednesday? Y'all know that? Almost every time there was a shooting, there was some gun law, some legislation, or it was election year. But nobody pay attention to that because they want to tug on your heartstrings. They want to tug on your heartstrings. Oh, this is crazy. Oh, he was manufacturing guns. Are you kidding me? Are you kidding me? Are we serious? They did a dude like that here in Baltimore the same way. He had polymer 80s. He had 3D printed guns, frames hanging up on his Christmas tree. That's against the law. That's against the law because he had 3D manufactured gun frames on his Christmas tree. That's against the law. You remember the case we read, or the headline we read where it was like, what was it at, y'all? Boston, or what was it at? Where they said he had 10 guns and more than 1,000 rounds of ammo. That's 100 rounds per gun. Made it seem so shocking. Y'all could probably count that many guns on my wall right now. I got a box of that 9mm out there. It might be more than 1,000 rounds. A case. They make it seem so ominous. So ominous. Because they want to scare people. Fear porn. The fat DA used the term proliferating to make it seem like Dexter was dealing them. The judge denied using the 2A as a defense to screw him. That's crazy. That's crazy. The proliferation. The proliferation. Are you serious? You can't make this stuff up, yo. In order for him to even own handguns, guess what Dexter had to be? A law-abiding citizen who had never been in trouble. And overnight, this man was turned into what? A felon. Now you want to know why we say abolish ATF? You would think somebody would intervene in this. This is crazy. This should go to the Supreme Court. This should go to the Supreme Court. I feel bad for this man. That's why when y'all see me in Jersey for the grifties, I wasn't strapped. The last thing I needed to do was get pulled over by the state police in Jersey with something on me. Y'all never see me again. Cause Jersey the same way. It's these liberal cities who crime is out of control, but what's their solution? To make everybody a soft target. Which I think would have happened, right? Which I think would have happened on that subway when the guy, remember the guy, the subway shooter? What do you think would have happened on that subway if somebody else had a gun to stop that guy? What y'all think would have happened? What up, Psych? Psych Tyson said, definitely should go to the Supreme Court. Yeah, he gotta appeal this. I hope it does. We have to help fund his legal fight. Yeah. What up, Reaction? No, that's a good question. Hey, Jimmy, you know what? Oh, Jimmy, hold on. Jimmy just dropped something. Hold on. Give me a second, Jimmy. Because Jeff Charles been all over it. Salute to Jeff Charles. Oh, this to help with the legal fees? That link that Jimmy dropped is to help with his legal fees. That's right. I agree with that. Jonah in the building. Jonah in the building. They want you dependent on them. Ain't dependent on them if you can fend for yourself. I gotta go back and look. So we read the story a couple weeks ago. Let's read this. But they still don't give you the reason. It's probably because somebody snitched on them, a family member or something like that. Oh man, here, check it out. A Brooklyn man was sentenced to 10 years in prison after he was found to have had an arsenal of more than a dozen ghost guns inside his apartment, according to the district attorney. Dexter Taylor was sentenced to spend a decade in prison on Monday after being convicted by a jury in April on a slew of firearms charges. Brooklyn DA Eric Gonzalez said that the 53-year-old Taylor had ordered a number of ghost gun kits and parts from different online retailers and had them shipped to his home on Eldridge Street in Bushwick. So these kits they're talking about, guys, guess what? They were legal. They were legal kits. The Polymer 80. Am I wrong? Am I wrong about this, Jimmy? Am I wrong about this? Polymer 80 kits. ATF said it was cool to have at one point. Cool to have them, as long as you wasn't selling them. And all of a sudden, he got an arsenal of guns that we don't know what he was going to do with them. Oh, my God. I'm in Delaware, slowly, 1 year at a time, passing more restrictive legislation. Exactly, them buzzwords, bro. That's why the mail is always late. They're scanning your stuff. U.S. Postal Service, yeah. Right, dudes in the handmade quality. Yeah, you already know how they do it, yo. Thank you. 100% legal. They have to come after them, but it's in litigation, I believe. That's the question. They never say how he got found out. Let's read ahead. Even the article we read a couple of weeks ago never said how he got found out. I'm just going to assume somebody snitched on him. A friend, a family member, somebody. Somebody was mad, ex-girlfriend, who knows? During the search of his apartment in 2020, this is in 2022, officers found an AR-15. They found 4 AR-15 assault weapons, 5 handguns, 4 rifles, and more than 50 rounds of ammo in an unlocked safe in a closet. In a closet. Gunpowder, shell casings, triggers. Oh my goodness gracious! 3D printers and other parts used to build guns were also uncovered during the search. So now you see how they make it seem so fantastical. Oh, he had 50 rounds of ammo. 50 rounds of ammo. I got. Oh my God! I got 50 rounds of. I got 50 rounds of 130 grain 38 special, guys. Oh my God! 50 rounds. Oh my goodness gracious! Gunpowder, shell casings. Okay, he was a reloader. He loaded his own ammo. Okay. Shell casings. He loaded his own ammo. Triggers. Okay. Need replacement parts. Need parts to build these guns. And a 3D printer. Again. ATF said it was legal at a point. You can build your own guns. You just can't sell them. You just can't sell them. Jonah said it's called a unwarranted warrant. That's moist. Boy, that's the thing I'm saying. That's the question. I need to know why. I don't know why they searched it. They won't say. According to evidence presented during the trial, Taylor spent about $40,000 to get the ghost gun parts and tools. He did not have any gun license, officials said. Do you see this? Do you see this? What does this number have to do with anything? What does that have to do with anything? So now we're going to start outlawing 3D printers? Is that what we're going to start doing? Let me tell you how ridiculous it is. If you don't got a registered gun in D.C. and you got a bullet in your car, you might do time. These liberal strongholds with these stupid gun laws. All it does is hem up law-abiding citizens. It ain't like he went out here and committed a crime or any of that. No, John is the most well-researched person on the period. He's the most well-researched person I know. That gun license shit, that's what they're trying to do in Delaware now. They want to pass it so you need a license to make a purchase. We just got rid of our license to make a purchase in Maryland. We just got rid of our license to make a purchase. Because in order to get a handgun in Maryland, you needed an HQL, and now that's gone. 100%. Exactly, bro. What I say, they won't tell you how they found out. Somebody snitched on them. Somebody snitched on them, yo. That's how they snitched on them. The text I had over my concealed carry and don't even have to do a background check. Y'all really feel bad for him, yo. 10 years. 10 years for doing something that he had the right to do. But because New York and their ridiculous gun laws, they want to make a point. They want to make an example out of him for what? They ain't making examples out of these criminals out here running around beating and raping women in the street. They letting them back out on the street. They not making examples out of these people out here shoplifting. They letting them back out on the street. It had to be something like that, yo. It had to be something like that. It had to be something like that. Or a gun store say, yeah, we sold this to such and so. Or this guy bought a bunch of this. Hold on, Jonah. Hey, Jonah, I'm about to DM you the number on my I'm about to DM you the number on Twitter. I just DM this to you on Twitter, Jonah. It's probably something like that. You might be right, yo. You might be right. Yep, them laws gonna come to Texas if they keep letting all them liberals move to Texas, bro. That's what's gonna happen. That's what's gonna happen. Now this dude's life is ruined. Ruined. For what? For what? The way this should have went down is like, all right. I mean, worst case scenario. Worst case scenario in New York. This should have went down like, all right. He got all of these guns. Okay. Any record of him selling any? No. Okay. He got a record? No. Okay. Okay. They should have either asked him to turn his stuff in. The Waco search warrant and the decline of the Fourth Amendment. Ooh. Yo, I told you, yo, Jonah is the most well-researched person I know, yo. Anyway, wait for Jonah to call, and he probably gotta get his throwaway Langley phone. He probably gotta get his throwaway Langley phone, yo. But this is crazy. Like I said, yo, they be out here marching the streets for the wrong people, right? They be out here marching the street for the wrong people. They'll go loot and riot and all this other stuff for people that don't even deserve it. But when it comes to something like this, mum's the word. When it go to something like Roger, what was his name, yo? The airman? Roger Fortson. Quiet. But let Pookie get shot running from the police. Front page news. Round the clock coverage. Round the clock coverage. Really? Hold on, Jonah. Why? Hold on. I'm gonna call you back, Jonah. I'm gonna call your Langley phone. Why is it just getting voicemail? That's weird. Calling you now, Jonah. Name Sunspots and limited hangouts. Try calling back, Jonah. I don't know why you got the voicemail. You shouldn't. You shouldn't. Facts. Facts. There you go. What up, Jonah? Oh, hold on, Jonah. Hold on. Come on, this nonsense. Hold up. There we go. Can you hear me, Jonah?
Yeah, I hear.
There we go.
I sent you that link though to that the unwarranted warrant, but this sounds just like go all the way back to the Waco event, right?
Yeah.
Things, and then you can pull that up there, or everyone, because everyone needs to take your time to actually read that, the unwarranted warrant. But even ordering the parts, right?
Yeah.
Under the penal law, because if you're ordering certain parts together that can be compliant, that gives them the search warrant, and that's how they got the search warrant on Waco.
So like if you order, if you order the frame, you be cool. But if you order the frame and the receiver and the trigger group, they like, oh, it's a gun.
And the one thing that sounds like there is because if you look up the warrant or the unwarranted warrant, what they did against Dave Fresh, is because he was also ordering the powder while he's making explosives, is what they said on the warrant. He's ordering enough parts to make an explosive. So when you do that,
you want somebody?
That's where they put it. Yeah, like it's what you order together is bulk. You know what I mean? So once you do certain things together, that's when they say that all these all combine to make something different.
Interesting. Yeah, because I remember when I was researching this, they went after David Koresh too because he had parts kits or like
they went after him for a lathe.
Yeah. I remember
that. A lathe, like a wood shop lathe.
Yeah, I remember that, and and it was that, and then like the replacement part kits for ARs, like they had different barrels and stuff, but he
ordered enough black powder that they said they could be used.
Yeah, it was just an excuse to go get them.
Just because it's legal, right? Again, too, it's what they pay for the black robes,
Yeah. Yep.
So, yeah, I just wanted to point that out because, again, too, there is no such thing as legal, and, it's like you still have to go to court to prove that it's legal, you know what I mean?
No, I feel what you're saying. I get what you're saying. So they use this, they use this precedent of Waco to do this fuckery that they're doing against people like.
Well, it definitely sounds like it was from that article, right? They're talking about all the stuff that he ordered.
Yeah, exactly. That means that they had a date.
So what they probably did, and if Charles or whatever, someone's in touch with this illegal, I bet you that's what he's probably saying is that when he uses those parts, yes, they could all be put together as one legal aspect, but they could also be illegal. So because they could be illegal when combined together, they play it that way. So, you know what I mean? So, if you order everything and it's all assembled, they wouldn't have the same issue. But if you could take the assembled or the disassembled parts and reassemble them in other varieties or other means, then they say you have the means to do the illegal. That's what it sounds like, at least.
That's some BS to me, yo. That's some BS. I swear it is. It's like you said.
Because this is something that they do, right?
Yeah, that's how they got. Yeah.
It's literally like saying, "Hey, you have all the parts to man. If you go under your kitchen sink, you have all the parts to make a boom. I can do it. Man, all it takes is drain cleaner. Never mind. There's two drain cleaner, water, and one other ingredient, and you have a boom. But I'm not gonna say that. But everyone in their kitchen has it. But do you know how to do it? But again, that they don't worry about that. They just say, "Hey, you have all the components." So.
Exactly. I mean that astounding amount of ammo he had, guys. Oh my goodness gracious, 50 whole rounds. I mean, watch out.
Yeah. Again, but if they've seen the parts, then all they're saying is that with all the parts that you can do you can take one. Man, it's I guess the best way to say it is with prescription drugs. You can take it for your prescribed use, or you can take them or you can take them to recreational. Yeah, cool. There's nothing illegal about having your prescription.
Yeah.
But they could charge your family member for having your prescription.
That's true.
Even though they had no reason, to suspect that your family member was using them, they're just bringing them to you. So again, there's so many. But again, that's what it sounds like when they're laying out the different orders. What they're trying to do is say they're giving you enough pieces to say that these pieces could be reassembled. Is kind of what it sounds like.
It's still some BS to me, Jonah. But I appreciate you calling in. Hello, Jonah.
Yeah,
your phone breaking up. I said I appreciate you calling in.
Yeah, thank you, Bill.
Hotep and Bill, bro. Jonah on the check-in, but he right, yo. I forgot all about that with not Ruby Ridge, jeez, the Branch Davidians in Waco. That was the whole reason for going in there. They said they were manufacturing firearms, and that wasn't even the case. They bought these AR parts kits to fix the ones they had, and they said, "Oh, they're building machine gun kits or something stupid." And that was one of the reasons why they went in there on top of the gunpowder. I remember that. Shout out to Jonah. Psych Tyson says, "How many websites like Cheaper Than Dirt could be reporting customers?" That's a good question too. To be frank, none of it should be illegal according to the Constitution. That's 1,000% a fact. 50 rounds, so enough for 5 minutes at the range. Exactly. You know what I mean? Oh my gosh, man. You already know they stepped on his line. But man, Godspeed to the boy, man. Godspeed to Jared Taylor. So he got a Give Sing Go. Where's it at? Find it again. I'm gonna post it in the I'll post it in the description as well. Hey, Jimmy, can you send me that Give Send Go link again? Can you send me that Give Send Go link again? Actually, I can do it myself. Sorry. I got it. So I'm gonna put the Give Send Go link in the description, guys. If it was ever a cause to get behind, that's a cause to get behind, y'all. That's a cause to get behind. Let me throw it over here on Rumble as well. Where's it at? There we go. Let's do this. All right. Jimmy put it in the thing too again, so. Oh my gosh, man. That's pretty much, yeah, yo. That's probably what happened. They sitting there looking for things together. Cause I remember initially with the P80s and stuff, they were going after people who were buying the kit. So the lower itself is not considered a firearm, right? The lower itself is not considered a firearm because it's not done. That's why they call it a polymer 80. Because it's 80% complete. It's not 100% complete. It's just a piece of plastic. But the ATF couldn't justify calling that a gun, so they were trying to say, "Oh, the kits are complete. Kits are considered complete firearms, even though they're not done, they're not built, none of that stuff. The kits are considered complete firearms. So if he was buying kits, they were trying to go after those, even though they said that if you manufacture your own gun, as long as you don't sell them, you're good. It's some BS, yo. It's some BS. Being a legal gun owner and complying with all the laws is more nerve-wracking than illegal gun ownership. You ain't lying. You ain't lying. These criminals ain't out here walking around scared or nervous. You know, oh Lord, are they gonna get me? Sorry guys, it's been a long day. You know, but I digress, man. If y'all can, y'all, give a couple $2 to my mans and you know what I mean? Because that's just what they did. What they did is just, it's just sad. It's just sad. It's just sad. Anyway. Salute to Dexter Taylor, man. Anyway, so let's get to this Ashley Biden stuff. What up, Protocol in the building? So Snopes said that they came out and said that the Ashley Biden diary is in fact real. Interesting. What? What up, Willie Will? Coming after this dude essentially for nothing should sound like a treat to us. A threat to us? Yeah. You all good with all caps, you good. So, let's see this. Dom Ducre. Dom Ducre all over everything, boy. I wish I can get to push this nigga getting. Golly mighty. On August 1st, 2023, footage of Ashley Biden calling Project Veritas confirming that her leaked diary was legitimate, which also verified that Joe Biden's allegedly sexually assaulted her was released to the public. Let's check this out real quick. I do remember this because people was like, was it really her?
Point, and I don't mean to, I don't want to have to get Secret Service involved in this, right? Because it's a whole process.
Mm-hmm.
But, you know, I am Ashley Biden. It is my stuff. So if you could just give all of that over, I would really appreciate it. I know you sent a picture to my husband with a camera and a few other things that are mine as well. So that would be really great. Where is a good place for him to meet you?
Colin Rugg News. Snopes reverses their fact check after Ashley Biden confirmed her diary was real in a letter to Judge Laura Taylor Swain. Old Twitter would have used Snopes to ban us all for misinformation. Ashley Biden appeared to suggest that her father was a kid toucher. Ashley Biden appeared to suggest that her father was a kid toucher by writing in her diary that he would have probably inappropriate showers with her. Oh, he would have showers with her. You're saying probably inappropriate. You're supposed to put that, you don't put it parentheses. You put that in, yeah, whatever. Brackets or something. Anyway. In a letter to Judge Swain, Ashley confirmed the diary was real and whined that people were using it to attack her father. Snopes, a left-wing propaganda fact-checker, was then forced to change their fact-check rating. I mean, who didn't know that, though? I guess we had suspicions, but now it's legitimately fact-checked. I mean, creepy handsy Uncle Joe. Ain't that what his name is? Joe Nickel-Slick. Out there sniffing little girls' hair and all this and that and doing all this other stuff, touching little girls inappropriately and it's not inappropriate, touching them in inappropriate areas, throwing pictures and stuff like that. We knew that already. That's creepy. That's creepy. Like, who does that? Who takes showers with their kid? And she had a diary, which means she was old enough to document it, which means she was probably like 10 or 11 or 12 or 13. And he in there in the shower with what? This is the funny part, though, is that people in the, on the left, MSNBC and those guys, they're demonizing and attacking the people for criticizing Joe Biden and using the diary as evidence that he's not a good person. Instead of looking at the evidence that he's not a good person and calling it for what it is, they're still trying to run cover for him. How dare they use this excuse me, Lord. How dare they use this diary to attack Joe Biden? What? How dare they use the diary? How about what's in it? How about the substance of the diary? That don't rub you the wrong way? Pause. No pun intended. That don't rub you the wrong way? They don't creep you out. They don't skeeve you out. That his daughter said that he would take showers with her. This is some creepy shit. This is sad. I see why Hunter Biden on coke and all the drugs. Their life must have been crazy. Exactly, but they ain't gonna call it that. They gonna sweep this all the way under the rug. Don't forget that there is a alleged video of naked Joe Biden whipping Ali Carter on BitChute. What? Psych Ty said, ain't no allegedly. He took showers with his teenage daughter. Saying for all intent and purposes for YouTube, you know how they do. I'll get banned for quote unquote misinformation. Oh, she said probably inappropriate in a diary. It's a quote. So she said that. What you mean? What? Probably inappropriate means that she was confused and that shit happened all the time. Once that said, he's starting to think that Abby Carter. I said Ali, Abby Carter. You starting to think he corn pop? When he was VP, he skinny dip in front of the Secret Service. What? He a deviant. Oh, see? That family messed up, yo. Now I see why they on drugs and stuff. She wrote in her 40s as part of rehab. Trying to heal from the trauma of her father. When I was in the Air Force, when this plane landed in Germany and we needed to go into hook up comms, the female has to wait to go in so that his detail could make sure that he had clothes on. Oh my Jesus. Yo, he 100% a weirdo. Yeah, he had to learn from somebody. I guess we know where he learned it from. That SNL skit with The Rock might have been in poor taste, but I guess that's how that stuff be working, yo. What Jonah done put in the chat? I know some stuff I can't show on the tube. I mean, hold on. Let me do this first. Hold on. What? The media could not be played. Why not? I won't let nobody play it. Hey, yo, it won't leave. It says the media could not be played. Bombshell report: child sex traffic victim Allie Carter accuses Dario and Joe Nicholslick of harming her as a child. Can't even play it. It won't even let me play it. See if I go to this page. Jonah on the Wayback Machine and shit. Yo, it won't even let me play it. It won't even play it. It's like it want to try to play it, but it won't let it happen. Who's it? Stu Peters that she did this on? It won't even let me play it, yo. That's crazy, yo. That's sad. That's sad. He done scarred his kids for life, yo. Now I see why they all drugged out. Now I see why they all drugged out. Anyway, if you're new, hit the like, hit the subscribe button, hit that notification icon to let you know when I got new content coming out. Please share this stream, guys. Let people know we live. Catching a replay? Leave a comment. Let me know how I'm doing. But yeah, like I said, y'all, what they won't do is criticize or demonize Joe Nicholslick on the left. They're not going to look at this and have a moral compass and go, whoa, this is brutal. Why are we supporting a guy like this? They're not going to do that. What they're going to do is go, whoa, 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 whoa. How dare you guys use this diary to attack Joe Nicholslick? make you feel bad. When his daughter's sitting here, she wrote this diary in rehab as a cry for help. We had all these Twitter files. We ain't got no Twitter files of Ashley Biden's diary. Thanks, Jonah. We don't got no Twitter files of Ashley Biden's diary. Is that what y'all telling me? It won't let me play it, y'all. Look, this is what it's doing. The media cannot be played. Reload. The media cannot be played. Reload. The media cannot be replayed. Reload. It won't even let me play it, y'all. Even Twitter trying to sweep it under the rug. You read the diary 2 years ago? Where was I at? I always heard about it, but I never seen what was in it. How we feeling about November? Think he's going to be the candidate? Or we expecting a last minute swap? I don't know. Could have a last minute. I think Mike's still out there. Big Mike might want to get back in there. Ashley Biden's autobiography, Daddy Has Hairy Legs. Stop, Emmanuel. You're killing me, bro. Ah, man. On the level, I feel kind of bad for Hunter Biden and Ashley Biden. I mean, they grew up in an abusive home. Holy smokes. And didn't they mother die from mysteriously? Didn't their mother die mysteriously? Montoya, maybe. That family is jacked up. District Alley is mentioning Hakeem the Dream. What they mentioning him for? Because he might be the speaker. His first wife, and I think second, and 2 kids were killed in a car. Oh, what? So he had more than Bo Hunter and Ashley Biden. He had other kids. His first wife and 2 kids were killed in a car crash. Yeah, I did read that she would take showers late at night so he wouldn't get in there with her. You think he made the sacrifice? That was a sacrifice? That's crazy, yo. That's a rabbit hole right there. That's a rabbit hole right there. That's a rabbit hole. Oh my gosh. I might get banned from everything if we go down that one. And Hunter survived the crash. Wonder what Hunter know. I wonder what Hunter know. I feel bad for them kids, yo. I still think Hunter Biden is a sleazeball. I still think he's a sleazeball. Put it like that. All right, where we at? So, speaking of pedos and stuff like that, did y'all see this? Would you rather grow up a Kennedy or a Biden? Neither. Oh, Ashley is Jill's daughter. Wow. Because he was lit off the rock. Oh, gosh. Car accident was first wife, Nelia, 13-month-old daughter, Naomi, both dead. Bo, Hunter both survived it. It was weeks after being elected junior senator. That's crazy. That's scary. That's scary. Oh, man. That is scary, yo. Oh, my gosh, yo. What is this? I can't play this. Oh, it's a screenshot. Sorry, I thought you had okay on BitChute. Clip allegedly of Joe Biden whipping a girl, Allie. What? On Barry O, Big Mike, and Nickel Slick. Jeez, man. That's brutal, y'all. Anyway, so check this out. JJ. Big JJ Pylon coming in. Hold up. Let me call Jay back real fast. What up, Jay?
What's good with the Cannon? How you doing?
This is talk about some ill stuff tonight. Good Lord.
Sorry.
Holy smokes, yo. Talking about some ill stuff tonight.
You gonna be getting the black van pull up on you in any moment.
I might have sleep with the blicky. Oh my gosh. So after we talk about this Ashley Biden thing, that's crazy. That's gonna get swept under the rug, guys. I'm just gonna let y'all know. They're gonna keep trying to push Weekend at Bernie's, and as long as they can. They might use it to pull an audible, but I doubt it. I think we'll see something else catastrophic happen so they can kind of move away from that story. So check this out, Jay. So a couple of days ago, Bradley Martin, see if I can find it on his channel first, kind of preface it. Let me see. I think they would have had that pinned. This nigga. Look at Thirst Trapping on Twitter. Where's the video at, though? Oh, yeah. We in February. All right. I don't know. Why wouldn't it be on this channel? All right. So check it, right? So Bradley Martin and them, they came in. Let me see this. Type in. Do this. Here we go. So check this out, Jay.
Your name?
So this must be the new grift. YouTubers and Kickstars catching predators. Like this is the Catch a Predator like influencer edition or something. So apparently this dude is like a director. Let me go back. This dude's like a director. So Bradley Martin recently caught Herschel Weingrod, the producer and writer of 1996 film Space Jam and a few other movies, like kid movies, with a minor. I think she was 15. So let's check this out.
Your name?
Oh, fuck.
What's your name?
Who are you?
What's your name?
Who are you?
Why are you suing my fucking daughter? What's your name? What is your name?
Boris. My name is Boris.
Boris.
He lied and said his name was Boris. Now maybe his name is Boris. Maybe he isn't the Weingrod guy, but he sure as hell looks like the Weingrod guy.
What's your name? Shake my hand.
What's the problem?
Why do you sit with my daughter? You know how old she is?
I have no idea.
You have no idea.
He's shook right now. He probably pissed himself. Bradley Martin is not a small person. No Carl Winslow. Bradley Martin like 6'4", like 290.
No idea.
You have no idea.
No.
The fuck you thought was gonna happen here?
Nothing. We're gonna have a pizza. I don't know.
Pizza? Yeah, you don't know? How old is she?
Brad.
You know how old she is?
I matched with her. She was 23.
23. Is that what the conversation looked like?
You know the text messages? She was 23 on a
23
dating site.
On a dating site?
Yes.
Yeah?
Yeah, she was 23 on
How old is she?
site. I have no idea.
Lila, how old are you?
I'm sorry. She was 23 on a dating site. All we've done is
So she didn't tell you how old she was?
She did.
She did?
Yeah.
How old is she?
She said she was 15.
How did she tell you how old she actually is?
She said she's 15.
She said she's 15. Why are you here? Why are you sitting here?
I'm just having a...
With a fucking 15-year-old?
Having a pizza.
Piece of pizza with a fucking 15-year-old.
It's not against the law.
You think that's okay?
I think it's not against the law.
It's not against the law?
No.
Is that all you spoke about to her?
We've just been talking.
Really?
Yeah, we've been talking and flirting. It's not a big deal.
Where you going?
Yes, we've been talking and flirting. It's not a big deal, Jay.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, I forgot I didn't put you in here. I'm sorry, Jay. Wish Skype would automatically do this. Lurking a minor is against the law. Alluring a minor is against the law. Valiant Thor is back. What's up, Valiant Thor? He's back. I ain't seen Valiant Thor since we talked about the aliens in the backyard in Nevada. Oh, I don't know.
Fine.
I ordered a pizza. I'm gonna go.
Okay, have a seat.
Well, Bradley Martin's really popular. He's famous. He's a famous YouTuber. He's been doing this for a minute. Like as far as like workout videos and shit. So people probably know who he is.
Have a seat.
Why?
I'll sit with you. I'll eat pizza with you. We're just having pizza, right? Sorry. Sit right here.
Sorry.
Sit right here.
Sorry.
Where? I don't know. Well, excuse me, sir. Excuse me.
You said you wanted to kiss, touch, and lick, whatever?
Yeah.
Right?
So like the kids is with them.
It's just weird. I don't understand what people
So you're a pedophile trying to meet a 15-year-old. Oh, shit. I'm sorry. It's not a boy. It's a girl.
Whoa.
Yeah, you are.
Wait. We need to hear audio.
So they berate him and all this other stuff. And I guess he got like something.
You can't do that.
He couldn't follow.
He tried to meet a 15-year-old.
Trying to meet a 15-year-old.
Okay, so what do you guys want to do in this case?
In this case?
Filming, or you trying to arrest him, or?
Yeah, the cops are on the way.
Yeah.
Well, just let everybody know in your building at $1,000 Windsor, there's a pedophile that lives here.
Yeah, well, you guys have it in camera and everything, right?
Okay.
All right, so that's enough. So check it, right? Blunstead said it's Vitaly collabing with all these bigger names for the grift. So is that what it is? Because I think Vitaly's with Fresh and Fit in this next one. So check it, right? Where'd it go? Bookmark. To that in a second. Where'd it go? Well, I was. Hold on. Yes. Yeah, I need to start using whatever it is that HJ be using, because this be annoying. Because I had it in my bookmarks. There you go. So check it out. They done caught another one. So now he with Myron from Fresh and Fit. They done caught, I guess, an illegal trying to meet up with like a 11-year-old or something like that. 12-year-old boy.
So ya es de derechos humanos.
He's saying that you're violating his rights.
That is the most. Woo, that haircut look bad. But I digress.
Am I violating his rights?
Oh, did they shave him? Look, he got hair all over him. Did they shave him or something?
Oh, maybe. How am I human rights? He met a 12-year-old boy. Do you understand what's going to happen to him?
All right, so it's Vitaly again, it look like.
He's going to court and he's going to say
What happened?
Okay.
Eso ya es algo más grave. Yo tengo derechos. Aún así, esto ya es de derechos humanos. What happened?
So it looked like these YouTubers, in collaboration with this other guy, Vitaly, are they out here catching pedophiles. And if this is the new grift, I'm all for it. I'm all for it, Jay. I'm all for it.
Man, but if it's a catch and release though, then what if they stop? These jokers need to be under a cell somewhere.
They do need to be under a cell somewhere, but putting their faces on Front Street is also a great thing.
It's still gonna be. I mean,
He's exclusive to Kick.
We got half of Hollywood's face on Front Street. They still out there. We know who the Dalai Lama is. He's still out there. but it hasn't slowed Oprah down. You know what I'm saying? So these people out here do what they do. No.
Yo, Jonah, I swear, yo, Jonah, is you Langley, yo? Because Jonah he got everything.
He just up there in Canada collecting data. He one of the lone gunmen up there.
Yeah, Jonah lone gunman. Oh, you found the alley? I can't play the Alley Carter crib. It's on Rumble though. We might have to go to a Rumble exclusive, I guess, to watch that. But we hold tight on that for a minute. But I'm not mad at this grift. Put them on Front Street. Thing is that, like you said, what is it, Jay? Catch and release. You know what I mean? That's all that's gonna happen. And then that guy that was the big producer for like these movies and stuff, I'm sure he's connected. He ain't getting charged and none of that. But putting them out there on Front Street is fantastic. It's fantastic. Keep doing it. Keep doing your thing, guys. So then we had this here. Well, apparently that was Cooley Bravo. Oh, no. Cooley Bravo got the info on Kendrick for Drake, apparently. HJ said he gonna have that on tomorrow. That's gonna be interesting to see. Did Drake shooting look like an inside job? Hotep's been called that, yo. That's some. They probably called for alleged drive-by shooting, and the security guard got hit by mistake. That's what happened, and then they running with it. Anyway, so look at this, Jay. Here we are again. The female athletes lost by choosing to run. That's what Tim Pool says. Sadie Schreiner, I guess that's how you say her name. Male competing with the women won the women's 200 and 400 today at the Liberty League Championship meet. He broke the 400-meter women's record in the process.
The fathers needed to pull up on dude and say, "Nah, you're not racing. You're not racing with our daughters. Go sit this one out, bro."
Is he a teenager?
All the fathers needed to step up.
He in college.
All the fathers needed to step up on this one. All the men out there need to step up, say enough with the nonsense, and say, "Look, you're not racing with our daughter. Go sit yourself down, bro." They need to pull up on him just like Bradley Martin did the other dude, the weird dude. He said, "Nah, you're not going out there. Go sit down, bro."
Look at this. Look at this. Nigga like 6'6". He runs horribly. It is grow a ponytail and wear some short shorts. You're a woman. This is ridiculous, and this is allowed to happen. I said earlier today on my Twitter, I said no chase, no race. No chase, no race. That's what we used to say back in the street racing days when we was racing cars. No chase, no race. Them girls shouldn't have raced them. You know, now I get it. They wanna, you know, they came to run. I get it, but if I was them, I would have just, you know, on general principle, I wouldn't have raced. Or like you said, the fathers and everybody else, the coaches, people should have stepped out there like, "Nah, I'm pulling my athlete. He can't run." By allowing these girls to run, you complicit. You complicit in the BS. All them coaches out there should have pulled their athletes. And the track coach for the school he run for gotta be a woman. There's gotta be a woman. I don't even want to know. Jesus, Mary and Joseph. All I'm gonna say is this. It's not going to stop until parents step up. It's not going to stop until schools step up. It's not going to stop until these girls take a stand for their rights. They never should have ran. They never should have ran. They should have stood down. They should have stopped. This is sad. This is sad. He should just get like a participation trophy to say that he did it, and then he don't even count. That's how that should have went down. Wait until Shamar decides he wants to dunk on Caitlin Clark.
That's very good. You know what? I would like to see that get set up, because then you would start to see it into some of the nonsense. Go ahead. Let that happen.
Right. The event don't happen without him. I wouldn't let my daughter run. They're probably on scholarship, and it's sad because if they stand, they lose education. That's where the parents come in.
Yeah,
that's where
the coaches come in and the men come in. Where's the moms at? Y'all gotta step up.
This is crazy. It all started with them boys. They let run that high school track meet.
He said,
your daughter might have beat him. He would have gotten smoked by most female Kenyans. Oh my goodness gracious. Y'all a trip. Like I said, they shouldn't have ran. They shouldn't have ran. They should have stood up for themselves. He shouldn't even be up there. He shouldn't even be up there. That is just sad. That is just sad. What you talking about, Tyler? I'm lost. Oh, you talking about the car, the Drake's car? That's crazy. If that's a fact, that's crazy. Oh my gosh, they doing too much. Like I said, that was my initial thought. I was like, yo, they staged it, and the security guard got shot by mistake. I
think everyone's conclusion practically when we heard about it, right, was this the white flag because he was getting bodied by these bars and these disses, and everyone was jumping at the same time.
Yeah. So they trying to be a victim. He tried to play the victim role.
Let's get the juicy play going.
Yeah,
we'll hire 2 Nigerians to pull up on Drake.
The Juicy. His now Juicy Smollett. Heavy on the Jew. Yeah.
They go pull up on him, and this is for K Dot. Start pop. They could have shot blanks at him or something like that. You know, he's been in the movies. He know how to act.
The minute one of them 6'6" guards from North Carolina decides he's going to be the face of the women's basketball, all this inclusion ends the next day. It's a fact. Oh man! But speaking of Speaking of Jews, apparently Seinfeld, did you see this, Jay? Apparently Seinfeld was supposed to speak at Duke for the commencement, and like the kids walked out. I guess they walked out on Seinfeld to stand in solidarity with like Palestine. That's kind of like, it's not right, because Jew isn't a race, it's a religion. What would you call that? Bigotry?
What the action was?
Yeah.
The action was it was racist and uncalled for.
Is it racist because Jews aren't a race? Are Jews a race of people? No.
Yes.
They are a race?
Yes.
And a religion. So they're a race and a religion.
They got it both ways.
Okay.
And Emmanuel said Seinfeld was never funny. I really agree with that.
I like Seinfeld. I used to like the TV
I know
show.
a lot of y'all like.
I like the show.
Seinfeld.
I ain't never like his stand up. His show was funny.
Yeah.
I mean, who are these people?
Corny stuff, man.
Yeah, there we go. Thank you. Anti-Semitic. That's actually
Got
anti-Semitic.
the double grip.
Oh man.
Yeah.
Jewish is a race and a religion. Damn.
Hold it down.
Jerry is also serving as our commencement speaker today.
So you got these students walking out.
That's the big deal about our commencement speaker. Our commencement speaker.
I mean, who are these people? What if he said that up there?
Perhaps all wondering whether he's wearing a puffy shirt under this. Jerry's also.
They still try to go. He tried to go with the puffy shirt comment and joke. That's sad, y'all. These people are ridiculous. Like, now you gonna blame Jerry Seinfeld for what's going on in Israel? Is that what we doing? So Jerry Seinfeld, who is a Jewish man that lives in America, is getting the blame for what the Israeli government is doing. The DNC is using protests as a reason to avoid debates and rallies. I guarantee they are. Remember Seinfeld was publicly dating 16-year-old? Ooh, see, Jonah just be having knowledge on tap. I do vaguely remember something like that.
That was his girlfriend.
No, I didn't say he was Israeli. I said, right, he's not Israeli. He's just a Jew. He's just a Jew that live in America. Like, he's not, he's like, they're walking out on Seinfeld as like he's responsible for what the Israeli government's doing. They're definitely not old enough to get the puffy shirt joke. What you saying, Jay?
No, I was just confirming what Jonah was saying. Like, his girlfriend was young, was underage. She was a minor. Whenever he was 30 years old and was starting his maybe about to start his TV show or something like that.
It's crazy because they keep thinking they're doing something when it's just a lazy LARP. It is 100% a lazy LARP. This is crazy. We're gonna stand this because he's like that is anti-Semitic. That is anti-Semitic. That is racist. That is like, first off, they're ill-informed, and they think that, like Portia said, they're doing something. He was 37. Like, if anything, you walk out on him for this. You know what I mean? So why don't you have an issue with him walking out on Seinfeld? It ain't like he was doing a set. It was publicized as well. I remember it on the tabloids at the grocery store. Dang, how come I don't remember that? Stop. Look at protocol. And it wasn't frowned upon. But that's the same thing with Roman Polanski. Remember they were still giving him awards and stuff?
No. You gonna start the Roman Polanski rabbit hole?
Nah, I don't want to go down that one.
With Charlie Manson and the family?
Nah, I don't want to go down with that one right now. That one's a lot. That one's a lot. That's a whole lot. Kids don't care, and Jerry Seinfeld, and they are not inclined to stay at any speech. They don't want to. I get it, but their reasoning for walking out on him is completely ridiculous. It's just me. Completely different. I wonder if they would have walked out on Jimmy Iovine. What if Lenny Kravitz was up there doing the commencement? Would they walked out on Lenny Kravitz? He's half Jew, right?
I don't know if they got. I don't know what these kids are doing, man. Because I wouldn't mind if they had a anti-war stance, but I don't think a lot of them do. I think just a lot of them are just like grifting, really. They just virtue signaling and don't know what it's for.
Walk out on Michael Rappaport.
The bad thing is these kids aren't going to be 10 toes down about this.
No,
I can guarantee you, if they were told a couple years later, "Hey, stand and clap for Jerry," they're all going to be standing and clapping for Jerry. This isn't a generation of 10 toes down, stand on business types with these kids. I wish they were, but let's be real. It's like the zesty dude you just passed by on that clip. What's that character's name?
I don't know.
The one that was saying,
oh yeah, genocide. The solution to genocide is genocide. That guy,
right? That character, right? Like it's all just theatrics for them. It's all just the theater over tangibles. They're not really with the solutions, and they never will be.
What is Ricky doing?
He put that Vaseline on his face and stuff like that, or his music video.
It drops Wednesday. We may have to watch it.
Let's see what there was.
Yeah.
But they walked out on Drake. That's a good question. They should have sent Drake up there instead of Jerry.
They would have just all started singing BBO Drizzy or something stupid.
You think so?
Yeah.
That's a bad thing, I think, about this generation of these kids. I just don't think they have any real... I don't think they have a leg to stand on in any of these so-called fights they're really doing. And I wish they did. I wish that they were going to be like, I'm anti-war. This is my position, da-da-da. And then come with some, intelligent conversation to back it up.
Yeah.
But the reality is when you see them and they're just like saying crazy stuff like that Zesty dude was about this is genocide or whatever crazy stuff, that's the problem with them. They don't know where they're coming from. They don't know what side they're supposed to be on. Some of them are just doing what their friends are doing.
Yeah.
The AI generation, Montoya said.
It's on the agenda they are trying to drive the Jews back to Israel as part of the revelation and tribulation. If they're willing to invest any of this momentum into learning about the history of the conflict, we should be appealing to them, but they're not.
But remember, HJ said the revolution, like they said, the revolution will not be televised, and this nonsense is being televised. This isn't revolution.
No.
If this was revolution, we wouldn't get to see it. If this was grassroots, we wouldn't get to see it. Remember, the not messing around dude, he found out what time it was. As soon as he said he wasn't messing around, they locked him up.
You said this is going to be that wake-up call, the next Cannon Hotep. We all had our red pill moment. It didn't all come at once. That's true. I agree with you on that.
Oh, for the next Cannon Hotep out there.
I get what he's saying.
That's dope. That's a cool idea. Like the disillusionment with the nonsense. Cause you had the disillusionment with stuff happening, even though you were obviously over the years you were aware of stuff.
Yeah, he's right. It didn't all come at once. It was a slow roll for me.
There was moments of disillusionment that you experienced with people like Barry Soetoro, right? Because you voted for him.
Yep.
And then you started seeing where's the fruits?
Yeah.
Where's the promises? And it was all just fluff and hope. And then, digging deeper into it. When did you pick up your Behold the Pale Horse?
2010.
Oh yeah. Yeah, these kids need one step at a time. So Emmanuel's right. There is going to be some, I would guess, that are going to come out of this more knowledgeable.
Stone that the builder refused became the cornerstone.
Yeah. That's dope. Yes, sir.
MSM already starting to go back to trade school. So check this out before we get out of here.
That's really cool. I like to hear that.
What?
Trade school stuff.
Oh. So check it, right? Stu Peters, I guess this is, when did he put this out? He put this out yesterday. Confirmed Navy SEAL, confirmed U.S. Navy SEALs confirmed warm mineral-rich or oasis exists on the other side of Antarctica's ice wall. Get out of here. Like, where have you been, Stu Peters?
And while this may contradict everything that you've ever learned in public schools, all of your science teachers, what they told you about Antarctica, it was caught on film. And it was released to the public. Released to the public in a 1948 documentary called The Secret Land. 1948. What an interesting year. The film was backed by the United States Navy and documented firsthand by the Byrd expedition to Antarctica. It wasn't until years later that this information was memory hold. But it still exists. And in this video clip, you can see it for yourself. You can hear the narrator describe the warm water Antarctic oasis that's full of coal and other vital minerals. Watch.
Bunger leans forward in amazement. His eyes have caught a sudden and unbelievable change in scenery. The universal white is turned to chocolate brown, dotted with blue. A cameraman goes into action. 300 square miles of land without snow. Land that might be in New Mexico or Arizona. Pictures alone will prove Bunger has discovered a warm oasis in the shadow of the pole. It is for such supreme moments as this that men brave the hardships of exploration.
So, everybody called all of us people wild-eyed conspiracy theorists that was talking about Richard Byrd when he was on that TV show, saying that he went beyond the poles and he said it went from like what did he say? He said it went from like whatever degree it was in Antarctica to like a tropical 78 degrees. He was seeing like animals and stuff moving about and some more stuff.
Then you see some dinosaurs.
He said he saw a man. He said he saw a mammoth.
Pterodactyls.
He said he saw a mammoth. That's the one I remember him saying he saw.
It's like that Lost World. They had their stories. It's like the Jules Verne stories, the Lost World and all that.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
They would go in, or the Land of the Lost is the more recent one, isn't it?
Yeah.
They go deep in the ground and they meet the lizard people.
Was it Patrick Duffy?
The new one?
No, the one from back in the 90s. The TV 90s. Show.
Yeah.
The Savage Land from X-Men. He has exactly what
That's
this is.
That's a good one too. The Savage Land in X-Men. Yeah. I like that one too.
The astounding, undreamed of fact is that they are over a chain of warm water lakes whose shores, except for small patches, are free of ice and snow. Commander Bunger circles the largest lake in sight, 5 miles long. He comes in to make a landing. Water temperatures must be recorded. Samples taken. He finds the water fresh. The temperature 38 degrees Fahrenheit. On the shores are vast deposits of coal and of minerals of the utmost importance to civilization.
So that actually happened, and the United States government admitted it. So now the question is, what else did they find? There's been reports that in this secret diary kept by Admiral Richard Byrd, he described a lush green region of Antarctica. He called it the other side of Antarctica. He said that it was beyond a massive ice wall. There's been claims which have been reported by mainstream outlets like the History Channel that Byrd said that he encountered some type of advanced civilization during his time at our so-called South Pole. But what we do know for sure is that the years after Operation High Jump, Admiral Byrd went on live TV and described a massive untouched region on the other side of Antarctica. And
so, Emmanuel, allegedly, when they went back with the other 4 nations, I think it was America, Venezuela, Argentina, which would make sense because the Nazis was in Argentina. So America, Argentina, New Zealand, Great Britain, and the Soviet Union. Those 5 went back for Operation High Jump. Apparently, they got to a point, and then like the Foo Fighters came out of nowhere and started whooping their ass, and then they left with their tail tucked between their legs, and then next thing you know, there was 52 nation treaty saying that nobody can go beyond a certain point of Antarctica. If they do, they getting turned around. They didn't turn around by somebody else's army.
It's ice wall. He said that it's at least the size of the United States, and that it's full of the world's most sought-after minerals. Take a look.
Is there any unexplored land left on this Earth?
So this is the famous video everybody was passing around. Like, what do you think? Well, Jay, like almost 10 years ago.
Okay.
Jay said, "Okay, whatever." What up?
That might appeal to adventurous young Americans?
Yes, there is. And not up around the North Pole, because it's getting crowded up there now, because they find out it's really usable, not only to live in, but militarily. But strangely enough, there's left in the world today an area as big as the United States that's never been seen by a human being. And that's beyond the pole, on the other side of the South Pole, from Middle America. And I think it's quite astonishing that there should be an area as big as that unexplored.
That's a tremendous
So
challenge.
there's a lot of adventure left down at the bottom of the world. We've found enough of coal within 180 miles of the South Pole in a great ridge of mountains. It's not covered with snow, enough to supply the whole world for quite a while. Well, that's the coal. Now there's evidence of many other minerals. We're pretty sure there's oil. Now that coal shows the bottom of the world. Now by far the coldest spot in the world. Where that coal is gets 100 below zero in the winter.
Well,
it was once tropical. So we think there's oil there, and there's evidence, probably uranium there.
Isn't it?
You know, it's pretty.
Oh, it makes sense why the Nazis wanted to be there. Why Dolph and them wanted to be there. Argentina went with them, and I would beg to dare I would dare to say that there were some Dolph's people was with them, because you know Dolph's people ran to Argentina. There's parts of Argentina where they speak German. It's really interesting. So, you know, I digress.
Obvious. There are many things that we just don't know, that we aren't allowed to know about Antarctica. And it's worth noting that even if you wanted to start looking into it and you had the financial capability and the resources to start looking into it, you could only do so much research because you're not allowed to investigate Antarctica firsthand. No, treaties signed by countries from all over the planet bar private exploration of Antarctica and anywhere remotely close to it.
It's just funny how now everybody want to jump on this bandwagon now. He has 2.1 million views on this video. 2.1 million views on this video. That is hilarious. Meanwhile, we talking about it back in the day. Nothing. Fun fact, I never met a Brazilian who thought the earth was round. That's interesting. Before the night ends, I want some Jay's thoughts on the solar activity. What you got on the solar flares and stuff happening, Jay?
Oh, so we're on a solar maximum peak right now, right? So there's elevated levels of these sunspots. The sunspots we have sunspot AR334, I believe, something around those numerics, and it's kind of really sparking a lot of the northern hemisphere, but it's also resulted in an uptick of the earthquakes that we've seen around the epicenter of where the fault lines lay on the planet Earth. So we've seen Mexico, Guatemala, amongst some other South American spots get hit with 6.0 earthquakes. Is the X-flare caliber of these solar flares, or CMEs, coronal mass ejections, that have erupted off the sun, is because the sun is on an uptick of strong solar weather. So it's going through a maximum period right now that hasn't been seen since 2005, 2017. So we're seeing a lot more of these X-flares, and the potential for one of those really large X-flares still exists, which could be, scientists would maybe point to maybe a 12% chance of us revisiting the Carrington event, which was the 1859 EMP event off of a solar flare. So that's still in play. So we would have to keep watching for X flares. If they announce that an X flare in the size of X flare in an 8 and above, that's when things could start getting spicy. That's when you could have grid disruption on a massive scale. So especially on the X flare side of X flare 10 caliber. So those are the type of wording that you'd want to look for. The solar flare events have been a category C5, which is one of the highest since, I believe, 2003 and 2005 warning levels. So there is a lot more of these flares and sunspots taking place on the sun, and we're in the maximum period. And that period of time when we see a lot of this solar activity will continue to be on the uptick until 2025. But so any time between now and 2025, there's a 12% chance we could revisit the Carrington event of 1859, which is when a super strong X flare hit the Earth, which was probably a level 10 X flare, and caused the so-called Carrington event, which is when all the old school electronics on the Earth got fried in the U.S. The pole, what would they had back then? The electric poles.
Yeah.
Those started to sizzle back in the day.
Took our cell service here for about a day last week.
Yeah, it will affect some of the Starlink satellites, though. The danger in the low orbit satellites, if they have one of those huge X flares, they could take out a lot of that satellite and cellular communications on Earth. So part of the grid would be really messed up.
Carrington event was when the grid was minimal.
Mm-hmm.
Today's infrastructure, EMP from a flare would be catastrophic.
In part, but they do have some safeguards and measure, I think, because they know. So when something sparks off the sun, right? Mm-hmm. We have a time between it sparking off the sun and it reaching the Earth, because they're far apart. So we still have this period of time where we could say, okay, a sun flare just shot off the Earth. Just shot off the sun and it's headed towards the Earth. So it gives us leeway to understand how big it is. We can measure it and see. Even there's even observers out there of the sun, amateur observers that keep track of it too, not just the National Space Weather Agency. So they've been keeping a good read on it to let us know. And a lot of the northern lights have been happening because of all the strong solar activity going on. Did you have any question on it too? You think we should get into or not?
How what do you think the urgency is right now? You know what I mean?
What's the urgency for what?
Like, not urgency. Scale of 1 to 10, how concerned should we be, I guess?
Well, not that concerned until we're in the phase where they're saying X flare so and so is heading to our. Then we should observe. We should be wary. It's that higher amount, that higher threshold that I'm talking about. When they announce an X flare 8 and up, that's when we got to be saying, oh, this could be damaging to our grids. Let's keep an eye on that. But even at these higher levels, it's really the disruption that the grids face will be kind of minimal. Mm-hmm. It'll be like if the service went down, they'd be able to get it right back up pretty quickly. Gotcha. The Starlink stuff was affected. The satellites. There's a lot of stuff that's supposed to be in low orbits that are affected. Aviation, GPS, the Aurora Northern Lights, the electric power grids that rely on some of this stuff. That's where the space weather impacts the most, and it's where it creates the auroras that we can see. So if it jeopardizes the technologies that we use every day, then that would not likely to happen under these circumstances unless they're talking about us getting hit with an X flare 10 or a 8 and up, which would, but along the lines of a 10 would be the most concerning. We haven't had that happen just yet.
Got you. So it ain't like when Magneto went to the North Pole and said enough and blacked out the entire Earth.
We have to wait to see, like, so I mean, it's still we're still having strong solar maximums being observed, but they're kind of after that blast that we had, which was X5 8.0 on the scale, just like they have Richter scales, right? They have solar flare scales for the CMEs, the coronal mass ejections. So those were X 5.8.
Okay.
And from that, then we saw where it was facing the Earth. That was what we saw the result being yesterday. The earthquakes in Mexico and what was the other spot? Pangea or wherever.
Okay, got you. Guys, things are just getting weirder and weirder. I don't know. Maybe the solar flares and stuff is really about people losing their mind out here in the street. That's just my guess. Anyway. So check it. We're going to take it to a Rumble exclusive to check out this video of this interview with this girl that alleged that Nickel Slick and Barry O and Big Mike did some things to her. So we're going to take it over to the Rumble exclusive. I'm about to put the Rumble link. Rumble link's going to be in the chat, guys. Rumble link is in the chat. hit that link and head on over to Rumble. We're going to play this video before we get out of here for the night. You got anything else for YouTube, Jay?
Nah, be safe out there. God bless. Appreciate y'all coming through.
Yeah, be safe out there, guys. If y'all see me tomorrow, it's because Nickel Slick got me out of here. Anyway, until next time, it's Cannon Hotep saying be safe, stay strapped, don't miss. And don't worry about tomorrow, guys. Tomorrow's got enough problems of its own. Worry about today. Anyway, we holla at you. As soon as I find my... I can never find my daggone... I gotta put the outro on my Stream Deck.
Don't relax and take notes. Niggas need to wake up. Niggas need to relax and take notes. Niggas need to wake up. Niggas need to relax.